Hello superstars, welcome back to my YouTube channel, welcome back to another video. I know, this is super weird. I don't really film too many sit down videos, but I do want to change that because there are a lot of episodes that I want to record that I have been recording for my podcast, which, side note, I have my microphone here, so yes, I am recording this for my podcast, which is called It Takes Intention. But yeah, there's basically so many videos I actually do want to film, which is sit down videos. So I'm going to start getting into that a little bit. Do we like my background as well? I got these lights the other day, which I'm obsessed with. Like, how cool are they? In the camera right now, it's kind of waving. So I'm hoping that that doesn't show once I'm editing this video, but yes, anyways, vibes are vibing. I'm in my robe. I also got this the other day. It's like one of the nice hotel ones, you know, like a luxurious. I was in David Jones and I was just having a look around, having a little shop around, and then I saw this, and I've been wanting a dressing gown for so long. Back in New Zealand, I always used the like fluffy ones, like the cozy, snug kind of ones, but I really wanted to get like a hotel luxury kind of one, you know the vibes. Anyways, and then I saw it in David Jones the other day and I was like, okay, you are going in my basket. And then I bought her. So I'm feeling very cozy. I'm sat on my bed, for the podcast listeners, I'm sat on my bed in my robe with my lights on my bed, and the vibes are just vibing right now. I'm excited to sit down here, connect with you, and actually just tell you about this one topic, which is actually quite heavy, and it is what my near-death experience taught me. So this episode is definitely a kind of heavier one, but not really. It's more kind of what I learned, first of all, what my near-death experience actually was, and how I literally felt like I was dying and I thought I did die, and what I kind of learned from it, or what I kind of got from it essentially. Basically, did not think I was going to be recording this episode, and I had actually a completely different plan for this week's episode. However, on Friday night, I hung out, was it Friday? No, it was Saturday. I hung out with one of my friends, absolutely love her so much, and we were having such a good conversation, which I'm going to go into all of this in a minute, but basically we were talking about this, and she was like, girl, you need to share this, which was crazy actually, because earlier that day, I had been feeling like I really want to share my story, I really want to share what I've been through, because I actually have been through a lot, and I have learned a lot, and I know that the knowledge that I have gained from what I've been through can help change so many people's lives. And this year especially, I've had the mission, like it has been a mission on my heart to help transform as many women's lives as I possibly can. Not even just women's lives, but just people's lives in general. That is my mission. That is what I truly feel like I'm called to do on this earth, is help people with their mindsets, help them feel alive and joyful every single day, because I feel like this is something that I have finally cracked. I have got the secret sauce of life, and I feel truly fulfilled and happy every single day, and just joyful every day. I wake up, I jump out of bed, like truly 3:45 a.m. in the morning, alarm goes off, boom, I am out of bed, jumping out of bed with joy, because I truly am so grateful for life, and I love my life that much. And that's not me being sarcastic. I'm like, I actually freaking love my life. So anyways, my mission is to help other people feel like that. I feel like every single person can be that. I was not always like that. You know, a couple years ago, I was miserable. I woke up, I hated my job. Like, I hated my job. I hated going to work. I hated, my body. I hated the way I felt. I hated the way I looked. I did not have a good relationship with myself. I felt like no one would ever love me. I was not positive whatsoever. I mean, yes, I think to an extent I always was, I guess, like I had a positive mindset, I guess, quote unquote, but nowhere near what I have now. And so I have built this, I have developed it, I have grown my skills in this area, and I know that anyone else can do this as well. Like, it's not just me, I'm not special. Everyone can do this, everyone can get to this point, and that is my mission in life, to help you get to this point as well. So anyways, where the heck was I going with that? That was a complete side note and tangent. Okay, I completely lost my train of thought. But basically on Friday night, that's right. I had a completely different plan for this episode, everything like that. But then, on Friday night, I really felt like it was called, Sorry. Let's just rewind it back. Now I remember where I was going with that. So anyways, I had been basically thinking to myself, I wanted to start sharing more of my story and what I've learned from the experiences I've been through in the past. And then I was actually talking to someone on Instagram through voice notes, and he was like, I was telling him about this one specific thing, and he was like, you need to literally make that a podcast. And then, so I had that in my mind. And then on Friday night, I was talking to Anna about it. Sorry, Saturday night, I was talking to Anna about it. And she was like, you need to make this a podcast. And I was like, oh my goodness, I actually think I do. And I think I was blocking myself a little bit from making, first of all, this as a YouTube video and podcast, not just this specific video, but talking about my past, talking about my experiences, because I think I'm very future orientated, and I'm very much like, I don't know. I feel like I'm always just like looking for the positives and looking how to move forward versus taking so much time to reflect back, which I do in my personal time. And like, I do definitely reflect, because reflection is key in order to be able to get better. Like, you've got to refine your skills, you've got to learn the lessons, you've got to do everything like that. So in my personal life, I absolutely do that, but I don't know why. I just always, that's a lie, I do know why. I just felt a bit blocked with sharing my story, and it was kind of almost like, oh, it happened, so long ago. Is it even going to be relevant? Is anyone going to care? And this is all subconscious beliefs, by the way. I'm not consciously thinking this. And so talking to her, we really kind of like unpacked it, and I was like, yeah, I actually do feel like it's almost not relevant. But then the more we talked about it, the more I'm like, what am I on about? Like, this is honestly so relevant. If anything, it's so relevant to right now, because you're actually able to see the growth that I have had from when this happened to now. So it goes to show that I absolutely have learned the lesson, and I have actually applied it to my life. So there's actually some credibility to it as well. Anyway, so basically this is today's episode. Before we get into today's episode, into the YouTube video, I want to let you know though, I have created my free magazine. It is launched, it is live, and it is ready for you to download. It is called The Glow Up Guide. It's all about money mindset, manifestation, mindset in general, business, all of the juicy things that I know you want to know about. So the link is in the description box or the show notes if you're listening to this as a podcast. And so yeah, basically I have launched that. It is in kind of, I guess, what's the word? Like, it's combined with the program that I have just launched. So actually, sorry, I take that back. I have not launched it yet. I have announced it. So my program, Freedom and Fulfillment, which is essentially the balanced approach to business, is launching on Monday, the 27th of May. However, if you do sign up to the pre-sale list, you will get early access on Monday, the 20th of May. And the best part, you will get a $1,000 voucher. Yep, you heard me right, a $1,000 voucher. Honestly, I want as many people in this program as humanly possible, because I know how much it's going to change your life. It is not just strategy. There is obviously the strategy of how to actually grow your business, how to start a business, how to scale a business from 4 figures to 5 figures, how to quit your 9 to 5, all of the marketing strategies, the sales strategies, all of the email funnels, everything strategy is in there. However, there is also mindset. So it's the balanced approach to business. This is a completely new way of doing business as well. It's strategy, and then it's mindset, going so deep into your mindset, because if you do not have a success-orientated mindset, and if you have things holding you back, you will not be able to achieve the success that you desire. So with the mindset trainings in this program, we really do. We rewire your subconscious mind. We heal your money mindset. We heal your relationship with yourself. Truly, we go to depths that you did not even know about. I actually had a girl, what was she saying? Basically, she had started the program, and she was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize all of these things about myself until now. Like, you've helped me just completely uncover this whole side to myself that I didn't even know exists. So this is honestly the program. I really promise you, I want to hold your hand and be like, I promise you, this is what you need if you're wanting to glow up your mindset, your business, to create a life of freedom and fulfillment. If you desire time, location, financial freedom, this is the program for you. If you are someone who has a business and you're feeling stuck, you feel like you're literally running in a rat race and you cannot seem to get ahead, you feel like you're falling behind, you almost feel like you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and nothing is sticking. You don't know what to do. You don't know what strategies to go with. You don't know what beliefs you have holding you back. You don't even know how to identify what a limiting belief is. You don't know how to rewire your subconscious mind. You don't know how to get to that kind of like ease and flow in business and actually enjoy your business. And you feel like you're just constantly running around. And I say this all because this was me. Like, this literally was me until I learned all of this. And now this is not me. Now I'm living life with freedom, fulfillment. I feel ease. I feel joy. I freaking love my life. I love my clients. I love my business. My business is growing. Life is incredible. Honestly, life is absolutely incredible. And that if that is you, or if you're someone who you're like, I want that. I want time, location, financial freedom. I don't want to be working this 9 to 5 forever. I don't want this lifestyle. I don't want to be, I guess in this kind of day-to-day, like same old, like I want to do something for myself, or I know I have a passion. I don't know what that passion is. I don't know what that desire is. I want to uncover it. I want to know what I should do with my life, everything like that. This is for you as well, because it goes into the step-by-step of how to actually start a business and how to scale it. So it's for you if you don't have a business, it's for you if you do have a business. It's basically that starting phase of like getting you, essentially, it's like a boot camp almost. It's like getting you in a mindset and a business boot camp. That's kind of the vibe, you know? It's completely showing you things that you did not even realize were possible, helping you grow your business, helping you grow your mindset, and just overall help you create a life of freedom and fulfillment. That is literally my desire for you, life of freedom and fulfillment. So anyways, basically, my program launches on Monday, the 27th of May. However, again, like I said, if you would like to get early access and a $1,000 voucher, you can sign up to the pre-sale list. I'll leave the link in the description box and in the show notes, and you can sign up to that and get a $1,000 voucher and early access. So I'm super excited about that, and I honestly just cannot wait for it to launch, because truly, I just know it's going to change your life. Like, I actually know. I don't, like, but please, I want to hold your hand and be like, you need this, like, trust me. And I know it's scary. Like, I know investing in yourself is scary. I know investing in a course is kind of like one of those things of, oh, is it going to work? Am I going to waste my money? Am I going to get my a high ROI? All of the things I know, because I've done it. Honestly, that first course that I ever invested in was $3,000, and I was terrified, genuinely terrified. I was like, am I going to actually be making the biggest mistake ever? And you know what? I didn't tell anyone. I literally did not tell a soul apart from my best friend. I didn't tell anyone, because I was like, what if they're like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? You're just spending all of this money on a course. How do you know it's going to work? How do you know blah, 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 blah. I trusted my intuition, and I trusted the fact that I knew this was the next step. I knew I wanted to do it, and I leant in that fear. I jumped, and I promise you that second I made the jump, I felt like pure peace, because I was like, this is the best decision. Like, I know. And it was almost like that decision in itself to invest in myself was the thing that I most needed, because it showed to myself that I'm worth it. I'm worthy of that investment. I am worthy of actually my dreams, goals, and desires. I had always said to myself, oh, I want to, be a millionaire. I want to have time, location, financial freedom, all of the things. I would always say that I would want to buy anything I want, blah, 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 blah. I always said that to myself, and I always knew deep down that I had what it took, I guess, to be successful. But then when it came to crunch time, I wasn't showing to myself that I actually believed in myself subconsciously, because I would be stopping myself from investing in courses, from investing in coaches, everything like that. I would stop myself because I didn't subconsciously feel worthy and deserving of it. However, when I made that first investment, it was showing to myself that you're worth that. I actually trust you, and I actually know that deep down you can do this. And it was the almost permission slip that I actually needed to grow my business, to actually be serious about my mindset and be serious about this and actually take it to the next level. Anyways, that is basically my program. I am just so excited about it, truly. So the link to sign up to the pre-sale is down below, as well as the link to my free magazine, which is the Glow Up Guide. So if you would like a free magazine, which is going to help you glow up your mindset and your business to create a life of freedom and fulfillment, the links are down below. Okay, looking at my notes, I'm just wanting to make sure that I didn't miss anything out. I didn't. Jumping into today's episode. Right. what my near-death experience taught me. So like I said, the other night I was talking to my friend Anna, and we were talking about challenges. So we were just talking about, how God puts things in your path to obviously challenge you, and it doesn't necessarily feel the best, but you almost feel like I feel like I'm at this point in my self-development journey when every time I get a challenge, I almost laugh because I'm like, oh, great, here we go. Like, I'm about to level up. And it's almost exciting to me because even though it feels like, I'm not going to lie and say it feels amazing, it doesn't. It feels freaking painful. It's like when you're in the gym and you're pushing those last 2 reps, you're like, I don't know if I can do this. And you're like squirming in pain, and it's so uncomfortable, but and you're almost like smiling to yourself because you're like, oh, these are the last 2 ones that I know are going to help me build that muscle. Or you just know that when you do this, you are going to grow and you're going to, get closer to achieving your health and fitness goals. And so you kind of are like, yes. And then as soon as you push through those last 2 reps, you like drop the weight and you're like out of breath, but you feel absolutely freaking amazing and incredible. So exact same thing with life. When you're throwing challenges, it's like, even though it doesn't feel very nice and it feels very uncomfortable to start with, that it's what you need to obviously get to the next level and to grow. So we were talking about how we kind of just laugh now when we get thrown challenges because it's like, okay, we're about to level up, everything like that. So then I can't remember exactly how we got onto the topic, but basically we were talking about, like our different challenges that we have had, and if they didn't happen, then we wouldn't have had like X or whatever it may be. And then I think I said like, oh yeah, I'm so grateful for my accident because even though that sucked, like I'm so glad it happened because otherwise I wouldn't be where I am right now. And then Anna was basically like, oh, what do you mean? Like, what did that kind of bring you now? And like, why are you grateful for your accident? Like, what came out of that? And then basically I said to her, I am so grateful for my accident, which, by the way, complete side note, if you do not know, I was in a boat accident, super serious one. I broke my spine. I had to get surgery. I have rods and screws in my back. I got paralyzed for the first, I think it was like 20, 30 minutes maybe. I had to learn to walk again, all of the things. It was a complete drama. I, again, will link the I will link the video to actually what happened, everything like that down below if you would like to watch. But basically, I was in a serious boat accident, completely, smashed my spine. My recovery took me, well, the thing is, I'm still in recovery. It was not last summer, I think it was the summer before, but I'm still in recovery. I still have pain every day. Like right now, sitting here, I'm in pain in my back because it doesn't go away. Like I'm permanently in pain because of my back. But my initial, recovery period of like learning to walk again, coming off my drugs, everything like that was probably about a year, I would say. Anyways, so basically I was saying to her, I'm so grateful for that because if that didn't happen, I would not be doing what I'm doing today. And truly, I would not be a mindset coach if it wasn't for my accident. I had no idea what a mindset coach was. Like I did not know that was a thing. Back when I broke my back, I was studying to become a personal trainer. So I think I was almost about to graduate my personal training certificate. And my plan was essentially just to do personal training coaching. Like I absolutely loved health and fitness. I loved everything like that. And so that's where I was going to go into. But then when I broke my back, the second I did it, obviously for the first initial chunk of the accident, I was freaking out and I was obviously in so much pain and I was screaming for help, for people to, get the ambulance, everything like that. And I was so uncomfortable. I was fighting for my life and I was in a very, very fight state. I was very much I'm not going, I'm not dying, I'm not doing blah, blah, blah. And I was just in a lot of pain. And then when I thought I died, which is what I'll talk about in a minute, essentially when I thought I died, then after that, I had a completely different mindset and I was so grateful. The second I woke up, I was I just felt grateful. I just felt immense peace from my head to my toes that it was going to be okay and that this happened for a reason. And from that moment onwards, I just had the most positive outlook on life. I had the most positive outlook on my accident. I did not complain once about the fact that why did this happen to me? Truly, I was asking myself, why did this happen to me, in the way of like, okay, what good is coming from this? Like, why, like, what is this teaching me? Like, what good is this bringing me? But I had a complete mindset shift. I was not in victim mode. I was in, okay, what am I going to benefit from this? Like, what is this doing for me and for my life? And essentially, I had basically done so much work on my mindset without even realizing it years before that. My self-development journey, essentially. For 2 years before that, I was working so much on my mindset that when this happened, I already had a positive outlook on it. Like it was ingrained in me. I had built such a positive mindset that something so detrimental, something so awful, and something so, I guess what a lot of people would say, like ruining my life kind of situation, I just didn't see it that way. I saw it as a blessing. I saw it as a gift because I knew something good was going to come out of it. And it was just about what was the good that was going to come out of it. Anyway, so basically, I'm like, where do I go with this story? Do I tell you the story first, or do I say okay, so basically afterwards, I was sharing it online, like I was sharing my recovery journey online. And that was mainly just because at the time I was posting on social media, I was posting content, everything like that. And I was very active with my social media content. And so I was like, obviously I'm going to bring everyone along with me on this journey. Anyways, basically I was genuinely just documenting my entire recovery process. And then one day I put up a questions and answer kind of thing about the accident. I was like, just send through any questions you have. Someone sent through a question and they were like, hey, would you ever consider doing one-on-one coaching? I'm just absolutely blown away and amazed by the way your mindset has been towards this whole situation, and by the way you have got back up and continued with life and just your recovery, everything like that. And they were basically just saying how amazed they were with the way that I had handled it. I had handled the situation and how my mindset was. And they were asking for one-to-one mindset coaching. And I was like, whoa. Like, I had never heard of it before. I had never heard of anyone wanting to get help with their mindset in the way of they would actually hire a coach for it. Obviously, like I said, I was studying to be a personal trainer. So yes, to an extent, I understood the purpose of like habits and goals and everything like that, but not to the extent of like, I wasn't planning on helping my clients so much with that side of things. And it all made sense to me for a second, because I was like, oh my goodness, for years I've been posting on YouTube and I guess like Instagram, TikTok, everything like that about my kind of businesses. So before that, I had 2 product-based businesses. So I had a clothing boutique and I had a wellness company. And so I was always making days in the life as a small business owner. I was always, creating like business content, everything like that. This was, my start of my journey. And I would always get people interested in my morning routine, because back then I still woke up at like 4 a.m. as well. I would always have people asking about my morning routine, organization, productivity tips, how I had such a good mindset, how I was so motivated, disciplined. Like motivated and disciplined was something that I always got questions on, like just continuously. And then it all made sense when this person had said to me, would you ever do mindset coaching? Because I was like, damn, technically, I've been getting asked this for so many years of people saying, how do I stay so motivated? How do I stay so disciplined? How do I wake up at 4 a.m.? How do I have such good habits? How do I have such good goals? How do I have all of these dreams? Like all of those things. And I was like, wow, I must have something that is actually like different. Like this must not actually be normal for most people. And mind you, at the time, I didn't really think it was that special. Like I almost thought like, oh, what do you mean? Like everyone kind of thinks like this, right? But then I realized, oh my gosh, they're clearly not. Like people clearly are not kind of thinking this way either, or they're not on this self-development journey as well. And I think at the time I kind of had these like, rose colored glasses on, and I kind of thought, oh, everyone's into self-development. You know, when you're doing something and you just kind of like assume everyone else knows what you're doing in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but anyways, it just didn't click in my mind until this person said one-to-one mindset coaching. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's what I need to do. I need to, like, it was a full-blown download in my head of like, this is where I need to be in life. Like, this is what I need to do. And it just clicked of, oh my gosh, yes, with my personal training business, I need to be doing mindset coaching as well. I need to be teaching people how to be a positive person, how to have a positive outlook on life, how to have goals, how to have discipline, how to have habits, all of those things. Now, keep in mind as well, at the time, I did not understand what I now understand about mindset. Like, I did not understand the subconscious mind. I did not know anything about like energies and like I literally had no idea about anything like that. It was purely mindset. It was purely motivation, discipline, all of the things. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like this, it was just like a full body feeling of like, this is why my accident happened. Like I needed to go through that to be able to show like that what I have done and what I've built mindset wise works, and it will, I guess, like you can, how do I even explain it? Like what I have built, it goes to show that it works, if that makes sense. Anyways, from there, it just made so much sense because I was getting countless amounts of messages saying, how are you so positive about this? Like, I'm just absolutely amazed with the way you're handling it, all of these things. And I was like, damn, this is really why I need to be doing mindset coaching. I need to be teaching people how to do this. Anyways, all of these ideas were like flooding around in my mind, and I was just, I just full body knew that this was why my accident happened. I also have 3 other reasons why my accident happened, but I'm not going to share those. Those are kind of like personal to me and my relationship with myself and God, everything like that. However, this was one of the main ones. Like, I guess that, yeah, one of the main reasons why my accident happened that I believe. Anyway, so basically going into my actual near-death experience, so taking a spin, also I'm so sorry about kind of like the order of which I'm saying this and everything. I have really no plan for this episode and for this video, like I'm just kind of sharing my mind. Basically my near-death experience. So when I thought I died. And like genuinely I thought I died. And I know that might sound dramatic, that might sound, I don't know what you're thinking, but I actually genuinely thought I had died. When I was on that boat, so basically the accident had happened as in I had gone over the waves, been thrown up, smashed my spine, everything like that. I had already lost feeling in my legs, like I had completely no feeling in my legs. And then I was like in this kind of like one position where I could not move. Like I had to stay in that position because the second I moved like an inch, I would be in excruciating pain and I would just scream, everything like that. So I was in this one position and I had my hand kind of like that and I was pushing into my back like so hard because it was just providing like a little bit of support, and it was the only thing that was giving me like a slight bit of pain relief. Like I'm talking slight. The pain that I was in was like indescribable. What the frick? I'm already wanting to cry. No, the pain I was in was indescribable, and it was something I would never wish upon anyone. It was, I can't describe it. It was so horrible. Like it was horrific. Anyways, I was in so much pain, like it was absolutely indescribable. And I was laying there and I was holding my hand into my back. And at that time, when I was lying there, I was telling myself fight. Like I don't know what it was, but I really felt like if I had closed my eyes, I would have died. Like I knew that I had to stay awake and I knew I had to stay conscious. And at the time I had my boyfriend at the time sitting in front of me, and he was saying to me like, just stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. Now, if you've watched a movie and in a TV show, when someone says, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, it's because you're about to die, right? And so I literally thought I was going to die, and I was like, I am not dying. Like I had far too much I need to do. I am not dying. And I was sat there fighting for my life. Like I was in so much pain, and all I wanted to do though was go to sleep. Like I was so mentally exhausted from the pain and from the trauma of it all. I just wanted to fall asleep so badly, but I kept telling myself, fight, like stay awake, fight, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And yeah, all I wanted to do was go to sleep, but I didn't. I kept staying awake and I kept fighting and I kept dealing with the pain, like just keeping on, I was trying to conserve all of my energy. I wasn't screaming and I wasn't freaking out, because I knew that by freaking out and by screaming, everything like that, you would just only deplete your energy more. So I was like trying to conserve my energy, and I was just in so much pain. And I remember praying like non-stop, please don't let me die, please don't let me die, please don't let me die. And like, honestly, that was all I could think about, was just praying of like, I am in so much pain, like, but please do not let me die, like, don't let me go. And then anyways, it got to the point where the pain was like, it was too much. We had been out at sea for, I would say like I feel like it was over an hour. I can't really remember too much, but I'm pretty sure it was over an hour by this point. And I was like, the pain was just like, it was miserable. It actually was miserable. And then anyways, I was holding onto my back and I was saying to myself, like, just hold on, like, it's not much longer, like, just stay awake, stay with me. Don't let me die, God, like, please don't let me die. Like, I actually have a life I want to live. And truly, it's actually the most scary thing when you're actually about to die and you're like, wait, but I'm so young, but I'm so, like, I have so much potential and I have so, oh my gosh. I actually did not think I would cry. When you're thinking to yourself, like, wait, but there is everything that I want to achieve. And you kind of have this, like, moment of, what, but why? Like, I have all of these goals, I have all of these dreams, I have all of these things that I want to do. And it's almost like I thought I would be able to do them. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I was thinking. And when I'm saying I'm thinking this, I'm not just like sitting here like, I wonder about this. Like, I'm in agony. Like, I'm in absolute agony. And these are just the split thoughts that are going through my head. And I'm like, I just felt like there was too much I had to do. Like, I was like, no, like, not yet, please, not yet. Like, I've got to live out my life. Like, don't take me just yet. Anyways, that was like the prayers that I was saying to myself. And then I kind of switched my prayers afterwards because, like I said, it had been over an hour. I was so exhausted from the pain. And I, at one point, felt my hand drop. So my hand was like that and it was stuck into my back, obviously holding onto my back as much as I could. And then I was so exhausted that I just felt my hand drop first. And then I felt my energy just like drain out of me. I just lost all energy. And I was sat there, and I wasn't sat there, I was like laying in the most awkward, uncomfortable position. I switched my thoughts and my prayers from please don't let me die to, okay, this is it. Like, all right, I get it. Like, because I could feel myself literally, I could feel the life genuinely leaving my body. Like, I could feel myself draining out. And I was like, okay, well, this is it. Please let me have no pain. And I just remember, like, literally praying, like, please stop the pain and just let me be in peace. Like, let me just go in peace and let me just feel no pain. And let me just die in peace. And like, I actually thought that, like, I genuinely thought, I was looking up at the sky, and because I was on the boat, right, and so like I could see, I think it was like just a little bit of the water and then also the sky, and I remember just being like, please just let me be in peace, like, let me just fully be in peace. Anyways, and so basically I had switched them from obviously survive to now just let me go in peace, please. And the craziest thing happened. I actually felt peace. I felt a full body sensation of just like, I'm actually okay. Like, it's okay. It's good. And I felt almost like this warm hug from God in a way. That's how I can describe it. Just like a warm hug of like, it's okay. And I felt no pain. I felt like, this was for a couple seconds, but no pain. I just felt like I could finally have a like through an hour or whatever it was of like just being in nonstop pain, in agony. I just finally felt like I can breathe. And it was like for a couple seconds, and then I passed out. Like I remember it going completely white, and I genuinely felt like this was my body, like my soul was leaving me and going into the white. Like it didn't feel like I was just going to sleep and closing my eyes. I felt like my soul was getting pulled into the light, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I basically passed out. Now, when I woke up, the pain came rushing back, and I actually woke up because my ex-boyfriend slapped me across the face and I was back on the boat in pain, and I was alive. And the second I opened my eyes and I realized, like, I'm not dead, like I'm actually alive, I felt this immense gratitude of like, I'm not dead. Like, I'm alive. Like, I didn't just die then. And from genuinely that point onwards, I knew I would be okay. Like I felt God in me, like I felt God's presence on me, and I just felt like I had angels all around me. I felt, even though I was terrified, I was in so much pain, I was still screaming. Like I wasn't just all of a sudden like, I'm gonna be okay, like take me into the ambulance, everything like that. I was like genuinely in so much pain, screaming, crying, everything like that. But internally I had this like feeling of like, I'm gonna be okay. At the time, they didn't know what I had actually done to my back, anything like that, until I got rushed into hospital. Well, it wasn't rushed, I got flown into hospital, everything like that. But I just knew it would be okay. Like I just knew that it was going to be okay. Whatever was going to happen now, it was going to be okay. And I just had to make it through. And so basically that was my kind of experience of like feeling like I literally left this planet, but then I got put back. And from that moment onwards, I think I had just made an internal promise to myself of like, I am going to live each day as my last. Because what happened was I was praying like, don't let me die. Like I have so much I need to do on this earth. I have so much I want to do. Like, don't take me yet. And it felt like I was begging God for my life. Like, just please don't take me yet. Like, just no. Like, if this was your plan to take me, not right now. Please, 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 please. And then I got gifted that. I got gifted a second chance. Like genuinely, I got given a second chance. And when I got that second chance, from that moment onwards till now, I have felt this fire in my heart that I've never felt before of like, I need to achieve everything that I want to achieve in life. And honestly, people ask me, why do you wake up at 3:45 in the morning? Why do you do this, that, the other thing? And I'm like, it's because I actually feel like I have this burning desire in my heart to live my life to the fullest. Like I have had a second chance. I will never get to that point again where I'm literally on my deathbed, lying on my deathbed, and I'm like, there's more that I want to do. Because, well, I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, you'll always want to do more. You'll always have goals. You'll always have more. But I want to get to the end of my life and be like, yeah, I did it. I did as much as I could. I gave my best. I gave my 100%, and I felt like I got everything I could out of life. And truly, when I hit my head on the bed each night, I mean, not the bed, the pillow each night, when I lay my head down on the pillow each night, I feel satisfied with my days. Like 9 times out of 10, each day I'm lying my head on the pillow and I'm like, yeah, I could have done more, but am I fully happy with what I've done today, with the work I've done, with how I've shown up today? And I would say 9 times out of 10 I am, and I go to sleep in peace. Because truly, there is nothing quite like almost dying and then getting a second chance. You see the world on a completely different light. All of a sudden, all the things that you once thought mattered don't matter. Like posting on social media because you're scared of what your high school friends thought, not going and starting the business because you're actually just afraid that it's going to fail, it doesn't matter. When you have that moment of like, you're about to leave this freaking earth, because that's the other thing, the one thing that is certain in this earth is we're all going to die. Every single one of us is going to die. And yeah, that's heavy, yeah, that's hard, and I'm sorry if that's not the most positive thing to hear today, but that's the truth. Everyone's going to die. So are you living your life to the fullest? Are you living your life as if you've been given a second chance? Because I am. That's what I'm trying to live up to every single day. From literally being on my deathbed to realizing that I've got the second chance now, I will show up every single day and give my 100%. And I don't care what people comment on my life. I don't care if people say that I'm too productive. I don't care if people think that it's over the top that I view life in this way. But for me, I know that I need to do this. I've been given the second chance, and I know that every single day counts. Every single day is a day that you have on this earth. Like, tomorrow's not promised. Next week's not promised. The week after isn't promised. Are you actually living your life to its fullest potential? Are you actually taking as many chances as you can on yourself? Are you actually doing what you truly deep down in your heart desire? If you want to start a business, but you're in a 9-to-5 and you're not wanting to start it because you're scared of what other people might think, what the hell? Like, actually, what the hell? We have one life. Like, truly start acting like it, you know? And so overall, bottom line, I have been given the second chance on earth, and I feel like my near-death experience taught me that you need to live life to the fullest. You need to live your life as big, bold, beautifully as you possibly can, because tomorrow's not guaranteed. Next week's not guaranteed. I thought I was going out there for a beautiful day on the water, on the boat. I was so excited. We were going to go to this like little secret island. I was really excited about it, everything like that. And within literally a minute, 2 minutes, my life changed forever. Like, truly forever, my life changed within 2 minutes. And so that's how quickly it can happen. Thankfully, I got a second chance, but there are so many people out there that don't. You know, people die every day. People don't get second chances every single day. I am beyond thankful and beyond grateful that I did get a second chance. And I will not use this chance. I will not waste this chance. I will live each day to its fullest, to my best potential every day, and I'll do everything that I possibly can in a day to feel happy and content with life. And I want to enjoy my life as much as possible. I want to feel deep fulfillment every single day, and that's why I am so passionate about teaching freedom and fulfillment, because it's not just about the money. It's not just about materialistically achieving everything you desire. It's about internally achieving everything you desire, internally getting to that state where you feel genuine freedom and fulfillment every day. You jump out of bed, like I was saying, and you just have a smile on your face all day, and you just feel good. You feel safe. You feel happy within yourself. That is my goal, and I feel like I am living each day to its fullest, and I truly feel so content in that as well, and that is what I want for every single one of you as well. So with that being said, that is everything I have for today's episode. I'm sorry if it was a little bit bitsy and all over the place and didn't really make too much sense, but this was honestly just straight from my heart, straight from my mind, and I guess like a first little insight into part of my story. Like I said, I think I finally healed the block of talking about my story, everything like that, so I'm definitely going to make some more episodes and more videos about more things I've learned, things I've overcome, everything like that, to obviously help inspire you and help motivate you, because that, again, like I said, is my mission in life, to help you transform your mindset, your life, your business, everything like that as well. So that is everything for me today. Don't forget, if you would like to join Freedom and Fulfillment, the link is in the description box and the show notes. If you got something out of this, if you got inspired, if you got absolutely anything out of it, I would greatly appreciate it if you could share it on your Instagram stories, share it with a friend. This is the only way this podcast YouTube channel is able to grow, so I would honestly be so internally grateful for that. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you have a beautiful week. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for making it this far. I will see you in the next one.